Hello everyone, Ebba here from Two Crafty Seniors. Today I'm going to show you what is in several kits. I'm going to be doing a series putting these together. I'm not going to be doing instructional style putting them together videos because there are some very good ones done by the creator of these kits. Now, this is a kit, or several kits, that are made by Apryl at Giggle Glitter Graphics, and I'll have a link in the description so that if you're interested in going and seeing her kits and getting these, this is a free bunch of kits. She does a project each month as a role where she gives you a kit a week and, and works with you on it. This particular set of kits was actually done over an 8-week period, and it's just beautiful. It was actually 9 weeks because the first one was a box. The whole series of the 8 was called Written in Ink, and it's a story type of series. So there is a story goes on through the whole thing. I'm not going to tell you what the story is. Apryl doesn't tell you what the story is. It's up to you to discover it on your own. So you won't get the end of the story or anything. You may get an inkling of what the story is about, but for the most part, you won't get the story. So this on top is the journal that you put together. You do this in like the second week. In the first week, you're actually putting together the box. So this would be the front of the box and the inside of the box. Her papers are absolutely beautiful. So there's what you would, well, she puts a different one on the top than I would put. You have a choice between the two, and I would put this one either on the inside on the bottom, or I would put it on the top inside. But this is what I'm going to use as my cover for the box. And then the box goes together. It's a folding together box, and it's a nice large one, so the journal will fit into it. So I'm just showing you what is in the box kit. The papers, like I say, they're just gorgeous. And the story is very intriguing. Once you get to the story, it's really quite intriguing. This is, by the way, this is the bottom of the box, bottom, outside, inside. And then you get the bottom of the base of the box, sides and things. And you fold all this and put it together. Now, I might put the box together off camera because it takes a little bit. And for me, struggling with my breathing and things, I may just want to do it that way so that I can put it together without having to worry about being in camera and such. Anyway, that is the first set. Set that over there and I'll get the next set. So, like I say, the next one would be the journal, and you would just cut the pages. Now, I didn't bother taking the edges off. You can do that. You can cut off the white edges if you have them. My printer does print full page, but this happened to end up with white edges on it for whatever reason. There aren't a lot of pages in your signature, but you're going to be filling them up because it's a journal by a writer who has writer's block, and he has a mentor, a friend that comes into play and helps him out with that, or her. You have a choice of choosing between a male and a female during the writing. The next part of this part, and this is, what doesn't say, anyway, this is bits. So you have this bit, this is a notebook, and these are the pages that go in the notebook. They have encouraging words for the writer on them. Some of them you print on the back, others you don't. Apryl is very good at giving you instructions on each sheet that says printed on paper, printed on cardstock, back this one, don't worry about it. She has the right amount of things. You don't have a huge lot of things to choose from and try and make decisions on. This is a straightforward kit. Now, some of our other kits, you do have more choice, but this is a story kit, so it's different. This is an envelope, and there's addresses. These are the addresses. There's one that's to Allison and one to Oliver. So your addresses are there, and you choose which one is your writer. And then there's another little thing here with encouraging little thing on it. And there is also a blank. So if you wanted to have a different address label, you could use this one and make your own on it. And then there's a letter. There's a letter that you get that you print off and put into the envelope, and it is from the publisher. This is a letter from the publisher asking you to please get your thing in on time, and which is difficult if you're a writer and you have writer's block, because you want to write, but you can't. There's something stopping you. So that's set 3, and then this is 4, and again you have your words that this one's on paper, and it's a faux envelope, first class stamp on it, a faux seal, and this folds in half and you glue it together. You can make it into a pocket if you want to, things like that. You do have some choices in how you do things, but it's just so beautiful, the whole thing. And then you get some ephemera, and you get a card that you can fold in half and put together. There's a corner piece, another seal, a bottle of ink. Now this is reversed, so you put them together back to back. Same with the pen. More corners, more words. Like there's another 2 labels that you may have to use, and another blank, and then here you have some pockets, and that's it. Now, because she's so clear on what she needs you to put, whether you need to back something or you don't, it makes it really easy for printing, because you can look at your things, and especially if you're using the PDF, you can look and you can say, okay, I need to back number 1. So you put it in and you print 1 page, and then you put it back into your printer and you print the 3 pages kind of thing. So it's really nice that you can figure out exactly which pages that need to be backed and which don't, and things like that. I've backed a lot of them even if I didn't have to, just because it was easier. Being in the motorhome makes it a little more difficult for getting to the printer quickly and things. I can't have it beside me, so it's not easy to just get to it and pull the paper and flip it and things like that. I actually have to Gary do it for me, and he's so sweet, he does it.
And I don't mind.
He doesn't mind. So these things here are actually journal writings. So you can glue them in on your journal pages to make them into a journal page, or you can tuck them into pockets and things like that, fold them, hide them. But this actually tells your story. And you have all kinds. And this one is backed with a different paper this time. Pretty much each week, she gives you a different backing paper for that section. So your journal, by the time you're finished, looks really interesting. There's a lot of interest there, and there's a lot of things that are interesting, and each page tells you a little bit more of the story. So here you've got a thing that again folds in half and is made into a card of some sort. This, I believe, is a pocket. And then I backed that because, well, if you're doing pockets, sometimes you want them to be backed, because if you can see in the pocket. Anyway, so here's another card. I like that this is a cup of tea. It's obviously a tea. And this is a picture of the office, the working office, and then the library end of it kind of look. You'll understand that when you get into reading the story, what that means. But yeah, so that's the next section done. And each page, I mean, it gives you something to do on each page of your journal. It's completing the story, but it's not an overwhelming amount. So you can tell, I mean, you're getting 3, maybe 4 pages. You need to cut things out, and then you start putting them into your journal. Again, this is a journal page by the writer of this journal, the author in the story. And then there's some little bits that you cut out and put into places or glue onto things. I believe this is another pocket. And you can, or you don't have to back the backing. I happen to back, like I backed a lot of my papers because I wasn't sure how I was going to be using them. Things like this that are going to be cut out and then probably used as tucks. They are good having a backing paper on them. And I think this is another pocket. And I'm not sure what some of it is because I have to go and watch her videos as well and find out. I have watched them as a series, but I have to find out exactly what I should be doing with each section as well. So I'll be doing that. I'll have to watch the videos and work along with her. These are on cardstock, and I believe they're 2 pockets, but I'm gonna, not try and guess everything. And then we have a bedroom and a hammock on a beach. The bedroom is quite austere, very manly, and then the beach is very relaxing looking. And you'll understand it when you get the story. You'll understand what these things mean. But this didn't need this, the backing on it. I hope you're enjoying seeing what is coming up. This is a period of videos that I'll be doing. I won't do it over weeks. I will do it over probably 2, possibly 3 weeks. It'll depend on how many I can put out a week, how much work I can do. So this is another journal page with a little quote thing and a cup of tea, and a couple of little, this is like a tab, so you could put it on the top of your journal page. It's on paper, and it's been backed. Most of these have the first page is paper, and then the rest of it is cardstock, which makes it so much easier to actually print, because you can put a piece of paper in, or Gary can, drop a piece of paper in there, do the backing, print your backing on whatever else you need, and then turn the whole thing over and put it through, and your paper is on top, and then your cardstock. So this is another double card that you would fold in half and glue together. It's 2 different candelabras with lots of candles on them, but they have a completely different look, if you notice. This is again might be a pocket. There's some tabs, and then over on this side there's some more images that will make sense when you put the story together. I really, if you're interested in making storybook types of things, either as gifts or for your own pleasure, go and have a look at Apryl Giggle Glitter Graphics. She really has some beautiful ones. I will be sharing as often as I can different people that I get these free things from, because free is always good when you're trying to craft. And regardless of whether you put this together as what it is, or you take the images and use them for yourself, you know, there's a lot of beautiful images in this. Like, look at this. Now this, I know, becomes a page, a folded page, in one of your journal pages. So it becomes like a fold out. And that is why it's back. And then over here we have again a journal page written by the writer, and a kitchen scene this time. Always some books. Those are usually a pocket, and then little quotes, and there's a picture of a pen here. So you can, you know, there's lots of things to use for decorating. And then there's some more ephemera here that will become apparent on what you want to do with it or need to do with it for the story. But yeah, it's just, like I say, her images are beautiful. I love this, the vine thing. I could see myself taking this and printing it and just cutting around the vine and using it in another journal, you know, like just take a lot of the beige off and just have the vine kind of on a journal page. I think it would be beautiful. But for now, I do want to do this. She has several things like this, several that are free, but she also has several more on her Etsy shop. And to get them free, you'll go follow the link over to her. I'll put the link to her initial video for this set, and then you can go and you can sign up for her newsletter. She sends it a nice email newsletter, and she doesn't overwhelm you with them, and she doesn't do a lot of advertising to you. It's mostly, here's the thing for this week kind of thing. So I really appreciate that, because we all get a lot of emails these days from various things, and some kind of get overwhelming. Now these are again notebook pages. And I think further on there's the note thing. So these will go into this. And this is a matchbook style notebook. Now you could easily take this and get some different note, even on the backs, like use the backing, just to have color, and just cut out this size of sheets and make a little notebook and put it into this, and have a little notebook that you carry in your purse. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a perfect size when it gets folded up, but it's a matchbook style, so it will tuck in like a matchbook would, like the old cardstock matchbooks that folded over. You got them free a lot when I was younger. They would be free for just about every business had them. Now, because smoking is not that popular, prevalent, although there are a lot of people that smoke, young and old, but it isn't as prevalent, so you don't have the same attitude toward matchbooks covers or matchbooks. But there used to be people that collected them. I probably in storage have a bunch of them that were from different places that I was at. You generally got them really easily at places like bars and lounges. They used to call them lounges. But you also would get them at grocery stores or other businesses, like lots of businesses had them. Anyway, this is another journal entry, and he's now at a point where he doesn't know what to do. He's really confused. This phone is kind of neat because it's a curved pocket, but then you have the little pocket that goes over the top, so it's like a hidden pocket on the top of it. So there's some really neat things, like I said, that you could really easily cut out of here and put into other journals. That phone would be perfect in another journal, you know. And then there is this, whoops, I'm upside down. There was this, I believe, yes, this is the last of them. This is number 8 of the book series, of the actual journal series. And then, like I say, number 9 in the series. So we have the interior of a box here, picture of the desk, the writing desk. We have some seashells. We have a nice big pocket here. A nice candle. We have some flowers. These are reversed, so you can glue them back to back and use them that way. And just a plain, more or less plain pocket. Another journal entry, and this one actually folds in half and has this picture on the back of it. So it's actually a tuck one for sure. And then you've got another candle here, and that's it. Now, I just want to check. I do have a few other things that I was looking at, possibly including. Yeah, this is actually for your journal, for doing a 3-hole stitch on your journal, so it gives you a guide for the middle. I didn't use it. I don't tend to if it's a skinny journal. I clip it together, and I showed you that when I put that one together. That was in one of my demonstrations of simple journal stitching. And this is the 3-hole. 3 holes that you would use for a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Now, this can be used for any 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So if you're uneasy about just poking holes wherever and you want it more even, then just cut this out and keep it handy. And, you know, punch your holes prior to. You can either use a punch if you've got one that's long enough to reach the middle, or cut it out and then you can reach the middle easily. And you can punch the small holes, or you can just use your awl or some other kind of pokey tool and poke the holes through. But yeah, they're really handy to have. I did have a few other things that were paper that I thought might be usable in this, but I don't know that I'm going to bother. I actually really quite like what I have, and I'm not sure who these are from. This is one that looks like leather, so I thought it was really cool. And I thought I might use it somewhere in here, but I don't think I'm going to. I think for some of these kits, because of the way I'm feeling, it's difficult for me breathing right now. And I'm not sure what's going to be happening over the next few weeks because we will be traveling. And so those of you who are watching this and wondering about travel videos, we are going to be traveling again because we have to leave Alberta and we need to go to BC. We're going to be going to Vancouver Island, so there'll be a ferry trip. There'll be things that we're going to be doing along the way. I'm not sure at this point even which direction we're going to be able to go because there are quite a few fires that are still burning, and we're not sure which way we're going to have to go when we start out. So we may be going a south route, we may be going the middle route sort of through Calgary, or we may have to go up north and go around that way. We'll just have to see how the fires go and where we're led. But we will be videoing as we go along. So there is going to be that happening. But in the meantime, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to go and cut this all out. I'm going to cut them sort of one section at a time, because otherwise it would be too much for me to try and do. I don't have my brother's scan and cut, and I won't be able to use it until after we're in BC. We're hoping to be able to get into a campground for the winter so that we have plug-in, we have sewer, we have water, we don't have to worry about those things. And there are a couple of them that we're looking at, and we may be in the Nanaimo area, which will be, I think, really fun for us. There are quite a few craft and markets and things like that, craft shows, those kinds of things all year. So we may be able to be getting into things like that, selling some of our stuff, making a few extra dollars that way. And and we'll see what happens over the winter. But right now, we know that we have to leave Alberta, and we need to get out of here fairly soon. I have one more doctor appointment with my ophthalmologist in Calgary, and I have another one with my ophthalmologist in Lethbridge. And after that, we'll be making a decision. Gary also has found out that he has cataracts, so he needs to see an ophthalmologist, and hopefully he gets to see him before we leave. And if not, it'll be in the spring when we come back. And because we have to come back, we have to leave all our things behind in storage. We just do not have the ability to be able to haul it with us. We need to take our motorhome. We can't sell it for reasons, and so we'll be living in the motorhome. We have been able to get the slide out. If we're in a campground, we put the slide out, everything is permanent. We have plug, we can cook, we can do things. We're going to be picking a few things up from storage. Hopefully we can take a video of at least some of that. And I try and keep up with the RV lifestyle videos as well. We've been very lax in doing that over the summer because we've been so concerned and so involved with getting my eyes looked after and all of that. It's been quite stressful for the both of us. So we hope you understand, and that you find our channel interesting enough that you stick around. We're really grateful that there's been a few new people have arrived. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see. And I have to go now because my throat is giving out. But do enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully, I can come back fairly soon with the box. I may put the box, like I said, together off camera, and then just come back and show you the box. And I do want to embellish some of these things, so I will be doing that, but not necessarily right away. I might make the whole set and then go back and embellish and just show you how I'm embellishing things. So take care, and have a good rest of the day. And we think about the channel a lot, and I really am sorry that I just am not able to do as much as I really want to. So we will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye for now.